Hey, this is Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine. We're at Icon 17 here in Phoenix, Arizona, Infusionsoft. Big gathering of customers, users, and more. Digital marketing conference. And Dobbin, give us your full name and the company you work with.
Hi, I'm Dobbin Buck, co-owner of GetuWired Web Services, located out of North Georgia. We operate our agency of 42 people out of a cabin in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
Love it. And from what I know, Dobbin, GetuWired is like one of the best Infusionsoft partners, and beyond that, digital marketing agencies around. That's what I hear. Is that correct? That you guys are like one of the best, or the best?
I believe that's true.
Yeah, I believe that's true too. So, Dobbin, you've worked with hundreds, thousands of customers over the years. Thousands. Many of your customers are Icon winners, which means we designate an award at Infusionsoft to give the best small business marketing and more awards you've won. So, I just want to ask you today, talk to the small business owners out there. You've learned a lot. Lead pages, Facebook, squeeze pages, funnels, all kind of things.
Yes.
Just share with us at abroad. Let's start this. That small business who's starting out with their marketing. What would you tell them? What things, you guys, here's what you have to do. Then we'll talk to the person who's already marketing, humming along well. Let's talk to both. So the person who's starting out, Dobbin Buck, what's your advice to them?
Sure. So, starting out, I would say start with your vision. Okay. Understand what you're doing. Develop your culture. Develop the foundations of being a small business owner. Because I get people that come to me all the time that are startups and new, and so many of what I consider to be the foundational elements of being a business owner or having a business are not established. So to me, it's almost a waste of money to come to an agency like mine if you don't really have a handle on who you are, what your mission is, what your purpose is, what your values are, sometimes what you're selling, and who your market is. So I can be way more efficient when I have the information, especially with a newcomer to business. If I understand where their spirit is, where they're coming from, where their vision is, and where they want to go as a human being, then we can get into, what we need to do marketing-wise. Technically, I think it's crucial to start out with a CRM system. I think that a CRM system is the basis. Database is what all things are built out of as far as I'm concerned. So new people coming into business, there's a reason why they've gotten into that business, right? And a lot of times we're leaning on friends, family, people from our center of influence to get our game on the road. We need something that's a Kickstarter. So we need a place to consolidate all those contacts and then to begin, if we're going to be collecting leads, if we're going to do Facebook advertising, AdWords advertising, joint venture advertising, whatever it is, we need a place to house and nurture those contacts. And that's why I love Infusionsoft. And especially we were talking this week about their new Propel product for new people getting into business, is that CRM and the ability to segment and then market out of that system is really crucial. And it doesn't have to be a big expense, but we do need systems.
And Dobbin, I'm curious, why would you say, Dobbin, that you mentioned culture and other things? I thought you were going to say, hey, here's how you have to tweet. Here's how you have to do a Facebook ad. I mean, Dobbin, what is culture and what I'm selling in my business? What's it have to do with digital marketing? Why do you care? Why does it have to be right first?
Sure, that's a great question. And my answer to that would be that after years of not having that, I realized that's what I was missing.
For your own business, your own story, okay.
Yes, absolutely, for my own being in many ways. But once we turned that around, we 3X'd. And that was 7 or 8 years into the game. Wow. I'm almost embarrassed to say.
Got it, right? Okay.
But if from year one I'd been thinking along those lines and I developed that foundation, everything else blossoms and works out of that. Marketing, hiring, retention of employees. Even if you have one employee, culture is crucial.
Awesome. Dobbin, and then let's turn to CRM. CRM, we're at Infusionsoft User Conference, and there's a lot of CRM tools out there, so we won't get into Infusionsoft or not, even though I know where your allegiance stands. And
Yes.
again, you know where mine is too. But beyond Infusionsoft, the product itself, CRM. Some people may say it's complicated. Some people may say it's expensive. All the stats and jokes out, it's hard to put together if you don't get processes right. At a very high level, why do you see CRM as so important? And can you help demystify this aspect, which I think has some validity? It's complicated. I don't understand it. I just want to use Excel or other one-trick tools, one function type tools. Can you help? I know it's a big question, but help demystify these things that I think come up. I could be wrong, but I think they're valid questions.
That's a great question. So this is where we all start as our CRM system. So I have a
phone.
database here of contacts, and on some of them I have Facebook and phone numbers, mobile phone numbers, email addresses, and everything. For all practical purposes, this mobile device is a CRM system.
Yes.
But it's not a very efficient CRM system, but when we talk about demystifying it and simplifying it, you're already operating a simple CRM system. You already are using it all day long.
So the case is made that you have one. That you're saying that makes the case that you have one.
Yes.
But
this is not really usable on scale for marketing a business, in my opinion. People do it.
I understand.
So it's viable for some people, not the way that I would approach it. So from here, I've already got a collection of contacts. I'd want to move them into a more functional database, and there's several out there. Sure. And then to be able to more efficiently segment. If I can pull things up on a computer screen, segment, add more information, and to be able to really understand my prospects, my clients, or my center of influence, whoever's in the CRM, I'm going to be able to do things with it.
I like how you explained this. What I'm hearing, Dobbin, is going back to I don't know if we're catching it here, but he just held up his cell phone. Going back to the cell phone example, you're saying if there was a button in your simple cell phone that we get from Verizon or AT&T that said, I'm going to hit a button, the people I haven't contacted in the last 3 weeks, show me the 3 people, we would pay priceless for that. That's what we're talking about, CRM. Your phone doesn't show you that. Or if we said, there were 2 customers who almost wanted to buy, they didn't. So let me hit that button on my phone. We don't have it. That's what because I know CRM too. Right. That's where you're saying why CRM is important. Am I on
exactly?
The right track?
It's not giving me the proper feedback, and ultimately I can't segment in my phone the way I would want to. The way we segment in a phone is by last name or first name
recent
or
calls.
Name or recent calls or favorites.
Yes,
Okay.
So
it's really limited. But it's an interesting fact if people are like, oh, I don't have a database. I hear people say, I don't have a database. I'm like, oh, do you have a phone? Mm-hmm. Oh, well, yeah. How many people do you have in your phone? Oh, God, over the years, hundreds.
Yes, some thousands.
Sounds like you got a database.
Got it. Dobbin, this has been amazing. And one more time, Dobbin, give us your full name and the company you're with. This has been amazing.
Dobbin Buck, GetuWired Web Services, Infusionsoft certified partner, full service marketing agency located out of North Georgia, working out of a log cabin.
I love it. And again, that's the alphabet U, GetuWired.com, right?
Yes, absolutely. www.GET, the letter U, WIRED.com.
Awesome. And I'm Ramon Ray with Smart Hustle Magazine. Thanks, Dobbin.
My pleasure.